Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Neil the Hobbyist here, and today we're going to be unboxing Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So just taking a look around the box, seeing what kind of artwork is on the side, on the back, and nothing on this side. So let's take a look at the front. So as always, we're greeted with our Star Wars character, and then the Star Wars in silver. And this nice black box. They always keep it pretty simple. They always just have a banner at the bottom of the character. So let's open this guy up and see what he looks like. Alright, so once we take the outer sleeve off, we're greeted with this beautiful artwork here in the front. And let's take a look at the sides again, just saying Darth Vader, really cool. Back is pretty simple. I like how the Mustafar theme goes throughout the entire box. So you got Obi-Wan up here on the top right corner, you got Darth Vader in the center, you got his temple to the left at Mustafar. You got some Inquisitors down below. So it's really nice. I like the box a lot. It's super cool. So once we take that box out, we're greeted with Obi-Wan, Darth Vader, then dueling it out below. Really cool. I love the artwork that they put into these boxes alone. You got a cool quote from Vader himself. Feel free to pause the video here if you want to read this quote down below. It's really cool. I like that they put this amount of detail into these boxes. I love the artwork. Cool, and then we're greeted with Vader and some accessories over here. So let's start with his helmet real quick. So this is my first Darth Vader figure. So for me, this is amazing. I love the high gloss helmet look. It's really hard for me because part of me wants to display him with the helmet, and then part of me wants to display him with the helmet that's damaged. So in time I might switch back and forth, but for now we'll put this over here. Now let's take a look at what else we got. So it looks like we got a Grand Inquisitor hologram figure, which is really cool. I like the detail that they go into just for a little hologram. But let's take out Vader and see what he looks like. So right off the bat, the battle damage on this helmet looks really cool. Super detailed in that area where the lightsaber struck and slit his helmet in half, basically. So it looks really scary, I gotta admit, like really intimidating. So I think I might end up displaying him with that. I like the battle damage box in the center as well. A lot of detail. And the boxes all around his belt have a lot of weathering. The texture throughout everything feels really great. His arms feel really good. Overall, I'm happy with this figure, like 100%. Like this is the one Vader I'm glad that I ended up picking up. So overall, he looks really cool. I like it a lot. Just taking off some pieces over here. And on the back, we got some cables here. So this will light up his front box and the side boxes on his belt. So these are USB connected, so you won't need any batteries, which is nice. Usually that's always the pain with Iron Man figures. You always have to put in tons of batteries, but this you just need to plug in a USB box and you're good. So we're gonna pop off the helmet real quick, take a deeper look into the helmet. And damn, look at that detail. The eyes look so intimidating. The helmet looks great too. So here's a closer look of his face. Sorry, my camera is being a little bit wonky right now. But yeah, you get the idea. Let's take a look. So we're gonna pop this back on just for the time being. We'll play around with that in just a little bit. His shoes feel really nice. I like them a lot too. Can't move them around too much, which is totally fine. I'm okay with it. It's not like I'm gonna put him in any weird positions. So padding all throughout his like belt area. His pants feel really nice. His legs, they don't bend too much, but I'm not gonna have him in any crazy poses. Just pretty basic ones, I would say, for the most part. So let's put them to the side and take a look at what else we got in here. Also, I forgot to mention there is an interchangeable box that's not damaged as well, but we'll take a look at that in a little bit. So we got some interchangeable hands here. We got a few different sets, which is kind of nice. Some force grabbing ones. Some to hold his lightsaber as well. Didn't realize my drink was in the way, so sorry about that. And we got a fist hand as well. So super nice, super simple hand accessories, you could say. And then some extra pegs in there. And let's take this off and see what we got underneath. And we got his cloak here. So the cloak's pretty interesting because the cloak has a little bit of battle damage on it, which we'll take a look at right now. So yeah, you see that battle damage mark in the back over here. I kind of wish the cloak had wiring though, so you can kind of have it like flowing, but unfortunately it doesn't. And so the reversible side has no damage. So whichever way you want to display it, totally up to you. Really nice that you get both options. The only thing I kind of don't like is the chain that goes around that holds the cloak together is like this really plastic, cheap kind of feeling material, which I kind of wish they maybe just made it like a hard plastic, maybe even put a little bit of metal, like just to really make it pop more, but it's okay. And so we got more accessories on the bottom. We've got a display diorama. We got two of them actually. We got some different types of lightsabers here, some blades. And you got the third sister lightsabers, which is cool. I totally forgot that it even came with that. So, and I know that you can move his eyeballs around, and I think that's what that other tool is, but we'll figure out how to move his eyes in just a little bit. So let's take this apart and take a look at the rest of the accessories. So this is a USB box that you end up plugging all those cables that we saw before. And you just basically clip it onto his back, plug in everything, plug in a USB-C cable into it, and you're good to go. I think this is the one thing I kind of don't like about the USB-C stuff. It's like you have to have a cable plugged in to make everything light up, so then you have all these extra cables coming in, and sometimes it's a little bit too much where the batteries, yeah, I know they die, but you know, at least you don't have all these cables everywhere. So taking a look at one of the display dioramas here, it's just a rock base, pretty simple. The stand just goes right in here, and basically you just get a simple crotch grabber stand, nothing too crazy. I do like the Imperial ship kind of looking display base a little bit more. It does actually light up, which is really nice. So you just plug in a USB-C in the back, right over here. So we're going to plug this in, take a look at how it looks like when it's lit up. Sorry for the camera getting all dim there, but as you can tell, it lights up pretty nice. I like it a lot. It looks super cool. So I'm glad that they give you the option to have two different bases, which is really nice. So. And again, this is that little tool to kind of help move his eyes around, which we're going to take a look at in a little bit. But let's look at the different blades that we got. So we get two smaller blades, you can kind of say, one longer blade. And then we get one action blade, I'll call it. And this is the pair of the third sister's lightsaber. And that's what the two smaller blades are for, essentially, that you end up getting in the box. So a lot of nice detail in this. I'm glad that they gave you these options to use different lightsabers. So it looks really nice. These don't light up, unfortunately, but that's okay. And then you get Vader's lightsaber. Really cool lightsaber, a lot of detail in this. So it's nice because I ended up getting a Vader lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. So now it goes with my whole set. And this is the USB powered lightsaber as well. So essentially you'll just end up plugging it into this box here. And we're going to test it out and see how it looks like when it's lit up once you plug in the USB-C cable. Just going to turn that on, and there you go. The one thing I'm happy about with the lightsaber stuff is like it's not attached to the arm like some other characters will have an arm that's powered with batteries, and you know, so this is nice that you get the option to kind of just plug it in or display it with just a regular arm. You don't have to worry about batteries or anything. So I think there's a nice pros and cons to battery and USB-C powered Hot Toys figures. So we're gonna unplug that real quick. And let's put this to the side for a bit. And then of course you get your instruction booklet. So we're gonna take a look at that real quick, because I'm still unsure of how you move around the eyes, because usually it's like an underneath thing. So okay, cool. So it looks like here you could just pop off his helmet, and then that gives you access to the back of his head, which then you can move around his eyes. So we're going to take a look and play around with that right now. So let's pop this off. Let's try to take off this helmet and not break it, because I don't want to break it. Okay, cool. Popped it right off. Okay, so there's some contact points there. Okay. And basically it just sits right in there. Okay, cool. And then you see his back of his head. And you can take this little tool here that they give you and just play around with moving his eyes in different directions. So let's take a look. Oh, there we go. You got it. It was a little stiff at first, had to play around with it to kind of loosen it up, and then it got a little easier, but I find it to kind of be a little hard with the tool, the way everything is angled. And now his eyes are all messed up, so let's fix that. Okay, now that we got his eyes fixed, let's put his helmet back on. And we're going to put his head back on in general. Let's take a look at this booklet, see what else information we can find. Just goes over how to put on his cape over here. Then it talks more about the USB-C box, essentially, that powers everything up. It has a little clip on the back that you can just connect to the back of his belt. So it's really cool. You can have the cape basically covering it. Everything just plugs right in. And what's really interesting, it looks like you could, have just certain areas light up and not all of them. So depending if you don't want the box to light up, you could turn that to the right. It'll just light up his belt. So a really cool feature that they kind of let you play around with how you want to light up your figure. Alright, so let's finish taking everything out of this tray here. Again, I got the deluxe version exclusive. There are 4 different types of this figure. Cool, so let's take a look at everything you get. Again, 2 display bases, one from like an Imperial ship, the other one looks like rock formation from Mustafar, which is really cool, like that a lot. 4 different types of lightsabers, 1 USB powered one. So I think I'm going to use the USB powered one, but I like that you get 2 different types. You get the USB box over here again. And a few different lightsaber blades, 2 short ones, 1 long one. You get the pole, basically it's like a semi-crotch grabber. So basically you attach this piece here, and you got your little stand. Goes into both of them, whichever you want to display it on. But I really like the Imperial ship one. I think I might use that one, honestly. You get Vader himself, different types of arms. And then you get this Inquisitor hologram, really cool. Another tool here to move around his eyes. We get the interchangeable control panel. Basically, you could pop off the damaged one that comes with the figure, and if you want to display him with a nice cleaner look, you could just pop that on right there. And again, since the control panel lights up, this will work for both of them. So now let's look at Vader in some different poses. So again, I'm really happy how this figure came out. Super excited that I ended up picking it up. It's been almost, I think, over a year at this point that I've been waiting for this figure. I mean, I like the Kenobi series personally, so I thought it was cool. Maybe it could have been a little bit different, but again, as far as Vader goes in the show, he was always awesome. Loved it a lot, so I'm happy that I got this figure in my collection. Here's that Imperial display base lit up with all the accessories lit up. Don't have the lightsaber on him right now, but he looks really cool with this hologram and his original helmet, so just love this pose. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out my Hunter from the Bad Batch unboxing right here.